Hi Scorpio, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you a tarot reading for your next 48 hours. Thank you so much for joining me. Do keep in mind this is general, so just take what resonates. But as well, thank you in advance for your likes, comments, and of course subscriptions to this lovely channel if you haven't done so already. Now to book a personal reading with myself, just reach out via email. Everything you need is down below in the description box. I'll definitely get that started for you. And as well, do keep in mind this is meant to pertain to the following 48-hour period for you, starting around when you were guided to this video, not just following when I specifically post the reading, okay? So it's timeless in that sense. But we're going to begin and pull some energy from the Spirit Animal Oracle deck, some messages, if you will, and then we'll further speak upon your next 2 days with the Light Seers deck. For my lovely Scorpions, next 48 hours. Okay, Swan Spirit, time for a deep dive. I'm hearing thrown into the deep end. I feel as if you're about to make some money, okay? Or you're just feeling as if things are taking a true increase in productivity, okay? And that could be taken in multitude levels for some of which. I do feel as if you're pushed to recognize that in the midst of all that you need to accomplish, you're feeling very elegant, very smooth sailing is what they're saying, blossoming through it all, being pushed to take time out. You may feel as if there's going to be a moment or two, or you may experience a moment or two where you have to think on your feet, right? Creative solution needs to come to be, or you need to just sort of remember something on your feet or decide between two options quicker than you would like, okay? Use your wits, your knowledge, experience to your advantage, as this is a time where things are speeding up for oneself. But all the meanwhile, I feel as if for some of you, you're being pushed to recognize that life is speeding up, but you're being pushed to take time out as well. It's about finding that balance between the two, okay? You may have less time moving forward, fast forwarding past this 48-hour period to take time out in comparison to the next 2 days, okay? So when you have that opportunity, be a smart cookie is what they're communicating, excuse me, and just rest, okay? But we have reclaim your power. Look at that bold imagery. You are feeling bold and powerful in the next 48 hours, and it feels like there's more to come back to oneself as you reclaim your power. As they show somebody, they're saying stabbing a wand or a staff is what I'm getting, into the ground, right? Being like, this is my territory, even if it's temporary, or just I'm Scorpio and I'm here to be powerful once again. I'm coming back. Wow. You may feel as if there was a sense of losing or being out of touch with that power within recently, or just for a hot second, a while. They're saying the number 44 coming into play, if you look here. Angel number 44. Trust in the great mystery, my friend, as I feel like a lot is transpiring in your life, but it may not all feel fully clear, okay? Speaking a lot and potentially stumbling on your words, but needing to just take a deep breath and recognize that there are so many possibilities. As I just saw someone literally putting their arms out and spreading their legs, you know what I mean? Like standing like a starfish. I feel as if you're going to be a bit showy in the next 48 hours. Nothing wrong with that. I'm going to keep shuffling and pull a couple more. We're going to fill up the tops. I'm going for 2 more. Okay. For Scorpio. Spirit singing to me. Take a leap of faith, all right? The grasshopper spirit. It feels very tied to this time for a deep dive, or they could be very separate for some of you. I do feel as if you're prepping for a leap of faith in the near future. It could feel as if, as they show somebody literally diving into a pool, you may need to dive into a situation and just hope for the best, right? Trust that you have what it takes to make it work, okay? You may feel as if your trust in somebody else comes into play all the meanwhile, but I really feel as if you are recognizing that things are going to speed up moving forward, but it doesn't mean you have to rush through everything. Just because you have a lot on your plate, just because your to-do list is heavy or just filled, doesn't mean everything needs to be rushed through. Think about the quality, think about the process and your stress levels, right? Think about you needing to just accomplish more even after that list or just what's at hand, right? Just take your time, do what you need to do, and adapt all the meanwhile. I think you'll truly find a healthy pace for oneself. Don't put into account how somebody else would go about it, how quickly or how stressful they would accomplish it. You're you and they're them, okay? There's also a level of somebody telling you something and it's like, it could be true, right? Or there could be some black and white to it all. Keep your ears open, but keep your mind wider open and trust your instincts, your intuition all the meanwhile. Don't allow oneself to take everything for face value, right? Eventually maybe do some research as well that could be career oriented, but trust the fact that truth will transcend illusions at this time. Wow. Learn from your past, my friend, okay? They're saying not everything is what meets the eye. That could be one of those moments where you have to think on your feet. Let's continue and pull some tarot from the Light Seers deck. Let's do some shuffling. A push to in the midst of moving towards or jumping into a new financial investment or a career opportunity, to put your hands up and say, not everything is within my control, and therefore I'm not going to stress over it. Okay? Just do your thing. They're saying change is good, but at what cost? Interesting. They're also mentioning self-care. We have the Star card coming out. Okay, you need to keep the hope alive when it comes to a wish you have, a deep dive you wish to take moving forward. It just feels like as well you're pushed to understand that you have what it takes to make your wishes fulfilled. Okay, those reminders will come through. Don't be surprised when you feel quite connected to the night sky, the universe as a whole. It's going to be a magical next 48 hours as I feel like you are a busybody and you're reminded that you need to do what's right for you, what's right for Scorpio. I feel as if in the midst of taking time out, I'm clarifying each one, I guess. You're gonna feel as if you just need to gain more control or just save your money, right? Doing something simplistic like relaxing at home where it's not gonna cost you a ton of money, if any at all, instead of using that time out to go out with friends and spend a ton, you know what I mean? Or go shopping. I just feel as well you're trying to gain a level of control over certain factors in the environment that you are trying to relax in, okay? Feeling as if you are trying not to do too much reflecting as it may lead to overthinking. I say that's a good thing, okay? For the Reclaim Your Power, we have Page of Swords, learning more about why you lost your power recently or it felt like that, even if it wasn't the case. You may be learning more about a situation and therefore feeling powerful. I also feel as if you're learning more about yourself and who you're becoming. And that's a beautiful, powerful learning transition, if you will. Scorpio is becoming more of who they're meant to in this lifetime. And that leaves you with more infinite possibilities to strive for, to consider all the meanwhile. It just feels like doors are going to be opening for you left and right moving forward because of your bold presence, because you know your worth, or you're being reminded of just that, right? Get ready for Scorpio to move on if they no longer feel a situation is suiting them 100%. Okay. They're saying no longer settling. We learned from the past. For the Take a Leap of Faith, we're getting the Emperor card. Okay. Planning, developing, creating is what definitely comes through for the Emperor card. But in this situation, I feel as if you're just simply planning for this leap of faith in the future. Could it entail some research? Being side by side with the Page of Swords, it could be more so you saving money, right? Thinking about what it's going to entail in order to make that successful at all costs, right? Knowing that this is going to be a big life change, a big turn in the right direction for oneself. Don't let anybody or anything hold you back as far as opinions, judgments, or just, do you know what I mean? I feel as if you want this to be a smooth transition for oneself, whether it's a living situation, adjustment, change, switch up, or a career, it could be something else. I feel as if you need to recognize that it's meant for you if you so badly desire it and are planning for it at this stage along your path, okay? everything's going to work out for you, as I feel like you're pushed to recognize that you have a royal presence side by side with that boldness that people are feeling very much aware of in the next 48 hours. They're saying it's a comeback. With the King of Wands, okay, did not mean to say that, but that's obviously relevant. Talking about passion, confidence, royalty once again, but there's this vibe about you where you're beating to the drum of Scorpio's drum, right? Your drum is irrelevant, as they just showed somebody pushing somebody else's drum away and just beating on their own. It's like, I could do it my way and get it done and be successful all the meanwhile. The proof of your work, of the results, will speak for itself. And beating to your own drum is definitely coinciding with the fact that you don't need to rush all the meanwhile, okay? In the midst of this somewhat of a self-discovery and regaining of your power and planning for the future and just getting ready for change, it just reminds you that you can do things your way and be so damn successful all the meanwhile, okay? It's the next 48 hours that just feels so satisfying and powerful for oneself, but doesn't need to be rushed all the meanwhile, as again, life is going to speed up for you in such a satisfying way, okay? So I hope this was truly helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Go have yourself an amazing next 48 hours, and I'll definitely see you next time. Bye, Scorpio.